One day I was shocked to see a letter in my mail. The letter belonged to a remote village in Sindh. The letter was opened and read, "Respected, peace and blessings be upon you. My name is Alabaksh Chandi. Maybe you forgot me. Let me remind you. A few years ago you were with me on a train journey from Hyderabad to Lahore. Had a good talk with you. It was found out that you are a hunter. I had taken your address while leaving. Today, after years, such a problem has arisen that I am forced to give you a voice. I request you will come and meet and tell you detail. Hope you will come to this trifling request and save me from this trouble." After reading the letter, I remembered that train journey, and at the same time Allah Baksh walked around in front of my eyes full of love. But I did not understand what Allah Baksh had to do with us hunters, because the letter did not mention any animal or forest. Read that letter to my friends and they said, "One of our brothers from Sindh has called us to help him. Whatever I want, I must go there." So they got busy preparing to go to Sindh. It took us a while to complete some important tasks. On the third day, we boarded the train for departure with their brief baggage. We had already informed Allah Baksh of our arrival, so as soon as we got off the train at the station, Allah Baksh was waiting for us outside the station with a bullock cart and a driver. Allah Baksh embraced us with great love. The coachman put our luggage on the bullock cart and we got on the bullock cart and headed towards the village of Allah Baksh. On the way, we asked Allah Baksh what is the problem, because of which he is worried. Allah Baksh said, "Some time ago I dug a well behind my house, but after digging a few feet deep, hard rocky soil came out from the bottom, and despite my efforts, no further digging could be done. So I left this pit and dug another one. I dug mine. Later, the first pit was filled with rustling. Strange sounds have been coming from this pit for some days now. No one passes through there because of fear. My farm workers have also left work. People consider these voices to be the voices of ghosts. I am very worried about the departure of the laborers working in the fields. That is why I have given your help to the brothers." "Brother, God bless. Have you removed the shutters to see what's there?" I asked. "Wake up. We don't just break up," Allah Baksh said. Talking like this, we reached Allah Baksh's house. It was a simple village style. It was evening at that time. We asked Allah Baksh we want to see that pit. Allah Baksh said, "You are tired from the journey, so please refresh yourself. Eat and rest tonight. We'll see the matter in the morning." Cots were spread in the yard of the house. After eating, we sat on cots. Allah Baksh was talking back and forth for a long time. Then Allah Baksh told us to rest and went to the inner part of the house. We lay down on the cots and started wondering what kind of campaign this is, not knowing how to get out of this pit. Thinking like this, we reached the valley of sleep, got up in the morning, had breakfast, and then with Allah Baksh, we went towards the pit. Behind the house was Allah Baksh's palm grove and fields. There was also that pit. The pit was covered with shingles in such a way that a roof was formed over the pit. Allah Baksh had called some people from the village to help us. They were standing on one side with clubs and axes. On our request, some young men started removing the bushes from above the pit. We were ready to face any situation with our weapons. As soon as the bush was removed from the top of the bell pit, the youths who removed it were terribly frightened and retreated. We went ahead and looked into the pit. What we saw there made us cry too. Hundreds of venomous snakes were crawling around in the pit. Those were voices, which people used to get scared after hearing. In fact, the snakes of the surrounding area had made their abode in this pit. During the day they would hide in the pit. At night they would hunt their prey when it was dark. We immediately opened fire on the snakes. The crackling of bullets and the hissing of snakes could not be heard. We were making the skulls of the snakes. The parts of the snake's skull would fly off if it was hit by a bullet. Some of the snakes tried to escape from the pit, but the stick-bearers standing behind crushed them with their sticks and axes. Hundreds of snakes were killed in this battle of half an hour. We continued firing till the last snake died. When all the snakes were killed, the workers filled the pits with compost, so the dead snakes were buried in the pit. Allah Baksh was overjoyed at the end of this trouble. We stayed there as guests till for days. Allah Baksh guided us well. When we started to leave, Allah Baksh also gave us 3 bags of dates to take these gifts with us. Then we left the station in a bullock cart. We sat in the train and left for Lahore.